I don't need to get across the importance of trust. How many get the value of that already? So rather than get into the value of trust, let's just dive right in. Are you willing to go deep today in the short period of time that we have? So let's just take off the lid and let me ask you straight up. How many of you would actually trust yourself with $100,000 in exchange? So if I'm doing an exchange with you, you're over here, we switch places, right? And I'm making you an offer, right? But you're me now, right? And I'm saying, okay, you're worth $100,000. Here's my bill, it's $100,000. Here's my fee, it's $100,000. How willing and real and open and committed would you be to drop $100,000 on someone serving you? Are you that person? Let me ask you. Would you pay yourself $100,000 to be a financial coach right now on a scale of 1 to 10? So with the giggles, probably a little less. Okay, if you're in the realm of relationship coaching, serving people who are wanting to have greater relationships, greater love, greater passion, greater truth with each other, right? Let me ask you something. Are you worth $100,000 in exchange for your coaching right now, based on how you live your life? Based on the congruency of your mind, heart, and soul. If it's not there as yet, then we can give ourselves all the patting on the back. We can give ourselves all the self-edification we want to give. We can do all types of affirmations. But if you don't trust yourself with your own power of choice, with your own power of clarity, with your own power of directing your own very life, then why would someone of influence who's earned $100, $200, $300 million want to exchange anything with you? Maybe a store clerk, $10 exchange, no problem, they'll trust you. It's not a big deal. Maybe $20, $50. But when you're going into the realm of high influence, just curious, how many of you want to make a big impact on this planet on some level? So then trust is paramount in your situation. If you don't give a shit about making a difference, then it doesn't matter if you're trustable or not, does it? Does it make sense? It doesn't matter if you're trustable or not, unless in your heart and soul you wish to make a profound impact on other people. To do that, you have to be willing to do the inner work to grow yourself to that position, to that equanimity, to that congruence of being where someone is in front of you and just by your mere presence, they're willing to exchange trust with you. And one of the ways we exchange trust is dollars. That's why I brought it up first. Because in your body right now, as a mammal, you have survival instincts. And your survival instincts are going, can I be with this person? If I give you $1, $10, if there's an exchange right now, your survival instincts aren't going to get too fettered, are they? You might lose $10 if I give you a chocolate bar or a CD and the CD's scratched. You might not try to find me. You might say it's $10, so be it. But if it's $100,000, $10,000, $5,000, then you're going to want to look for where I am and get that value exchange handled, correct? So what makes an individual, a man, a woman, what makes an individual be so powerful that they could be trusted at the highest level with money, with sex, with relationships, with someone's children? With someone's children. I also have 2 now young adult children, but growing up, who would I trust to hold them, to take care of them when my wife and I go on a date night? What's in the quality of their being that would make it so that I could give my flesh and blood into the hands of another? So really my invitation here is not the theory of trust, but who are you being in life today and every day. Whoever said don't sweat the small stuff, I don't know why they said that. They're probably dead. I think they are dead. The reality is, in the minutia of your integrity, in the subtlety and in the nuances of your integrity, many of us, including myself, have been on a journey of lying, distortion, ambivalence, twisting. Who knows what I'm talking about? And the accumulation of all of that, by those in perception is all there physiologically. The degree you trust yourself, the degree that someone else of high net worth, high net influence will do any form of exchange with you is there before your resume, is there before your image that you've created on your website. It's there before anything. Ultimately, the truth of your integrity, the truth of why anyone would want to trust you is already present here right now. Right now. And it's wordless, it's describeless, it's an energy, it's a pattern, it's in your aura. So, you all get that so far, right? So, let's dive in a little deeper, shall we? There's certain qualities that can be awakened within ourselves so that the amplitude, the magnification, the presence, the emanation of are we trustable is felt, received, perceived, and experienced. All these lights have wires behind the scenes. Some of them are exposed, we can see them. Your body, your mind, your emotions, your consciousness is the carrier wave of your trustability. So, as an example, if I started speaking and I started tapping a lot, scratching, fidgeting a lot. Okay, put your right hand up like this. Right hand up. This means how much you trust me right now. Higher trust, hand goes up. Lower trust, hand goes down. You could feel my physiology. All right, now watch. Now watch, subtlety. Okay, so let your hands relax. You could feel that, right? We're perceiving trust because we're mammals. And mammals are constantly checking out, can I trust you or not? It's part of the animal kingdom because if you're close to me and you're untrustable, then my being's going to want to check out. So if you're wondering, I've done the studies, I've done the work, I've done the reading, I've done the positive self-help, how come I'm not earning, how come I'm not getting the life, the love, the passion, the freedom I'm yearning for? Anyone in that situation? Anyone curious about why? It's because the emanation of your trust is constricted. Or you're not trustable. And if you're not trustable, that means you somewhere have relinquished trusting yourself. Does that make sense? If you don't trust yourself with $100,000, how are you going to ask that of anyone else? Does that make sense? If you don't trust yourself with $1 million, how will someone who has the ability to write a $5 million check for your project going to see and feel you? They won't. They're going to reject you first sight. How do we grow trust? How do we develop it? Well, first of all, how many of you are willing to look into the minutia of where you're full of shit in life? That's where it starts. You got to take a look at where do you lie subtly so that your image can be loved, seen, and appreciated. What is it about your image that you're crafting? We've been taught to craft images of ourselves. The whole social media world, how we dress ourselves. Natural desire is to look good, to feel good, to emanate a good feeling, to wear clothes that are aligned with us and such. Natural beauty, natural handsomeness is powerful. But the moment we start, crafting our personality so it's a perception game, that's when we've already lost. So anyone who tells you you need to manage your image, give them the finger, because they're not giving you the truth at a higher level of influence. It works with everyday people. It works with people who are exchanging $10, $20, $50, $100, $200. None of this counts. But at the highest levels of influence, the impeccability of how deeply you love truth is the essence of this. How deep do you love truth? And in this culture, we've not been taught to love truth. We've been taught to love the bling, the superficial. Does that make sense? The things that come and go. But my friends, I'm sharing with you the thing that lasts for eternity in any time, any area, any economy is your love of living the truth. So take a look at your finances. Where's their lies? Where's their incongruencies? Where's their bullshit? And over the next 3 months, fix it up. Clean it up. Your resolution, you'll feel good about yourself. Are you way over debt? Clean it up. Cut your credit cards. Get your father, your brother, your mother, someone to help you, a friend. Say, okay, I'm going to clean that up. It doesn't matter what level of income you're making. If in your relationships you've been bullshitting, you've been not telling the truth, you've been suppressing truth, you've been holding something back from realness with your mom, your dad, your children, your friends, your family, then the distortion of that lie is emanating in the space around you, and it's going to draw to you, guess what? Reciprocal consciousness. So you'll get people with half-baked truths hanging around you because you're half-baked in your truth. Those who appreciate impeccability in truth have no space for even subtle plays with truth. Do you get what I'm saying? And truth is the easiest thing on the planet. Lies, distortion, take so much effort. I can see many of you. You've got your images. When you're being looked at, the identity wobbles and the real one's going like this. Or the identity goes like this. And the real one's sort of like this. So, let's start with the truth of ourselves. And the start of the truth with ourselves is let's get real and integral. Where you're out integrity, how many of you are willing to up-level it with money? How many of you are willing to up-level your integrity? Not how much you make, the peace that you have with what you are making. To become peaceful with it. To let go of the lust of constant accumulation and start loving what I already have. That's one very powerful start. Now, there's a triangle. Those of you who have a notepad, you can draw an upward triangle. And this represents the triangle of freedom, or the masculine triangle, okay, in this philosophy. The pinnacle is presence. Presence. So if I'm not present with you, you're not going to trust me. Now, if I give you my undivided attention, I look not only at your clothing, your styling, your beauty, your handsomeness, but I look at your soul. I appreciate your soul. I see you as a divine individual, not to play around with, not to get something from, but to share, to love, to enjoy, to exchange the mutuality of our presence, of our beauty, of our intelligence, of our life experience. This is true wealth. And wealth from this level of being engenders trust profoundly, deeply. So, what I'd like everyone to do is take a moment and stand up for a moment, if you would. And presence is simply the capacity to be with others, to look at others in an unfettered way. So start turning around and look at those friends around you, new friends, old friends. Now try to become still, even more still, and try to see each other as beings with choice, divine beings with choice. Now, let your right hand gauge the level of trust you feel with that individual. If you're in front of the person, use your right hand. Everyone, get your right hand up, and your right hand's going to be the trust indicator. Now, everyone start twitching, itching, chewing gum, even if it's just fake in your mouth. The moment you chew gum, the moment you start twitching, the moment you've got erratic energy going on in your body, your trust diminishes. Can you get that? Now, the moment you ground, let your hands relax. Let your legs drop deep into the earth right now. Soften the front surface of your body. Soften your eyes, your nose, your mouth, your chest, your belly. Soften your genitals. Ground your body into the earth. Now look around and allow yourself to be seen and to see fully. Go ahead, those around you. Keep turning and raise your hand if you feel more trust in the room. Raise your hand if you feel more vulnerability in the room. Raise your hand if you feel more true, authentic power. Now show more of your own authentic power right now. Fill the room with who you are. Fill the room with who you are. Keep turning around and look at new individuals. You can give them a high five, a bow, a curtsy. You can give them an honoring. Give them an honoring in your own way. Presence, deep presence. Okay, excellent. Have a seat. So, unwavering presence engenders, grows, cultivates trust. How many of you are exchanging with other people in some way? Money, form, work, business? We all are, okay? We all are. So in that, the deeper your presence is, the more grounded your presence is, the less your talk is, the less your superficiality is, the less your memorization is, the less your... the less you do that, and the more you care about this one in front of you, these 10 in front of you, these 50 in front of you, this baby in front of you, this mother in front of you, this homeless in front of you, this billionaire in front of you, when you can see everyone from your presence as a divine individual with choice, your trust will go up. The millionaire, the billionaire won't think you're always asking for money. And the one who's less than you in terms of some way won't think that you're condescending to them. You're meeting them. And meeting people where they're at from who you are is presence. Now, the next thing that's so solid and valuable here. We've got presence of this triangle. The next piece is claim. Claim. What do you claim? What do you stand for? Our brother shared he stands for his family. I had that similar experience where at one time I didn't. At one time I didn't have that. I had no claim. Claim is what do you stand for? What is non-negotiable? If you don't know what you stand for and you don't know what you won't stand for, then how can you be trusted? Do you understand? Who can trust you if you don't know what your values are and if you don't know what you won't stand for? No one will. So everyone stand up for a moment. So I'm going to tell you what I claim right now. I claim that I stand behind my family 100%. I claim that when I'm giving service to whoever's in front of me, I give my very best. I want you to take a time, just 1 minute, to one or two people around you and tell them what you claim, what you stand for. Okay, go ahead and do that now. With reality, with your body, with power. Go ahead. 30 seconds. What do you claim, ladies? What do you claim?
I claim to stand up for my sisters if they're ever hurt.
Thank you.
I claim to stand up to bullies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What do you stand for?
I claim that I stand for love and truth and impeccability. Okay, have a seat. Go ahead, have a seat. You can have lots of presents, but if you don't have something you claim in life, then guess what? Those who have strong claim are going to dismiss you. They're going to walk right by you. Because they're going to feel in your aura, your energy, that you're just going to go towards whatever next shiny object syndrome is. They're going to feel that you'll manipulate what you say to be liked and to be loved, to be appreciated, or to get the deal. Claim is something that doesn't matter if a tornado, a volcano, a tsunami comes, you stand in it, it makes no difference. Find what that is and find the power of your value of trustability will go up profoundly. Look at that man who went like this. Kaepernick. He claimed what he stood for, hell or high water. Does that make sense? You might not agree with the rationale, but just the fact of doing that. And the last part of this triangle, presence, claim, is penetration. What do you bring forth in the world? What do you commit to bringing and birthing and penetrating the world with? Is it just intellectual ideas? Is it one day I shall? Penetration is what do you bring forth in the world? Everyone stand up. I want you to find two people. I'll tell you what I bring forth in the world. I bring forth truth and I bring forth love. That's what I stand for. Okay? So two people, what do you bring forth in the world? Go ahead. Bro, what do you bring forth?
I bring forth vulnerability.
Say it again.
Vulnerability.
Thank you. Oh, I bring forth honor. Loving honor. Oh. Okay, have a seat. Have a seat. Okay, look around. Take a look around in the room. Take a look around in the room. How many of you experienced that the whole room now has greater presence? Raise your hand. How many of you experiencing that the whole room has greater claim of something? Take a look around. And how many of you experience that the room has more penetration, meaning there's a commitment to do something and bring it forth in the world? Those are the essentials of cultivating trust, and I hope you take those, grow yourself, love yourself, clean up the areas that are your shadows, and come forth fully with love and integrity, and watch how people will be magnetized to the trust that you actually are at the core of your being. Thank you very much.
Yeah.